Good afternoon, college coaches. This is Coach Anthony Williams, founder and CEO of Connected Athletics. We are a new startup company based in Austin, Texas. We are focused on creating a technology platform that allows student athletes to better network with other student athletes as they go through the recruiting process, and for student athletes that connect with college coaches as they go through the recruiting process, especially with COVID-19 right now. And most importantly, our focus is to help student athletes successfully transition from high school to college and then on to either a pro career in the NFL or into a career in their major. We've got an exciting prospect I've got to know really well the last year. He is a class of 23 athlete, plays receiver and DB from Parish Episcopal High School up in the Dallas area, 6'1", 180. He's a state champion last year as a freshman. He was a freshman All-American, came out and played for me out in Naples, Florida back in December. Bruce Mitchell. Bruce, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing great. Coach Williams, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. Thanks for taking time to come on the show and tell these college coaches more about you as a person and a student athlete. So let's jump right in. We're
Thank
just
you for
coming
having me.
out of COVID-19 right now. I mean, tell me how excited you are. Are you guys back working out for summer strength conditioning or no?
Yes, we started last week. We started doing some conditioning, doing some running, lifting some weights. So it's pretty cool.
Okay, and before that opened up, just give these coaches an idea of what you were doing when you had to work out at home and you couldn't get out.
It was usually just me and my trainer, Coach Margin. And then I was actually flipping tires, just doing it whatever I could to get better every day and doing everything I could to improve my game. I pushed my dad's truck like at least 2 blocks like every other day. So it was a pretty cool little spring to grind and get better.
Were you able to work on your route running, your pass catching with Coach Martin?
Yes, sir. We went through a lot of new routes. Some routes that I already knew. He just showed me different ways to run and just different ways to attack a DB. So I'm looking forward to showing everybody what I can do this season.
Okay, great. Well, let's transition here. Let's talk about you as a person. I've gotten to know you and your family, great family. Tell these coaches a little bit about your family, your mom and dad, and are you the baby? Are you the oldest? What are your family dynamics?
I'm actually the middle child in my family. So my mom she's also the middle child in with her family, so which is kind of cool. And then my mom is a manager at ATH, and then my dad is like the assistant superintendent over schools in like Houston for like charter schools and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay. And then how important is the role of you playing, being a middle child and a big brother to your youngest sibling?
I feel like I'm a pretty good big brother to my younger student. I always try to be the best role model I can be, whether it's on the field or in the classroom or even just at home. So being a role model to my little brother is very important to me. I want to see him grow up and even one day possibly be better than me.
Okay. Well, you're a fast track right now. Played varsity last year. Let's fast forward 3 years, even 6 years. What does your life look like when football is over?
When football is over, honestly, I want to be an author.
Okay.
I want to write books. It's always been like one of my talents, I would say, is writing. I'm in this class in my school. It's called creative writing, where we, basically write poems, just short stories, regular stories, etc. It's like, it's such a good class I think for me. And like when I go to college, I want to be an English major too. So it's also like very beneficial, and they give us great feedback and stuff. So maybe one day I'll take my writings to the next level.
Well, I like hearing that. And let me ask you this: after hearing that, are you documenting your high school experience, the recruiting experience? Because it would make a great book. Because you've already done 1 year.
I did think about writing something about like that, but maybe in the future. Right now, I'm just working on some poems because, especially when I'm bored during this quarantine, have nothing else to do. I can always cut on my computer, type up a quick little poem or something. It's actually been very beneficial to like clear your mind and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay. So tell me, who's going to be involved? You're still kind of 2-3 years away from making a commitment, but who's going to be involved in your family and helping you make that decision?
Definitely my dad, my mom, and even my little brother. So, I mean, like, just like, you know, like they're gonna be involved, definitely involved and like there and there for me during my recruitment process, and just stuff like that, because they literally been there my whole life. So if they weren't a part of my commitment, then it wouldn't really be special to me.
Okay. Well, you've heard me talk at a lot of camps. I'm big into, goals and writing goals down. Let's fast forward 3 years of high school. Let's just say 3 years of college, and you're in New York City at the draft waiting for Roger Goodall to call your name. Who's sitting at your table waiting for your name to be called at the draft?
Oh, definitely my mom, my dad, my little brother, and even probably my uncle Poochie, which is my favorite uncle. They just, like I said the last time, they just been there my whole life, and I feel like it wouldn't be right to not have them there with me on draft day. Okay. So yeah, those are the people I would be going with, or even Coach Novikov. I mean, who knows? It's a long time from now.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me a little bit about who I know your mom and dad, but who outside of your family has a positive influence on your life right now?
I would say my trainer, Coach Hooks, definitely. My coach, Coach Novikov, he's always helped me out, especially this year. The transition from middle school to high school, or even public to private school, was a little rough for me this year, but he stuck with me, and he always made sure I was straight. He always made sure I was okay. And then another person is Mr. Pagis. A lot of people don't know who he is, but he's actually very beneficial to our program at Parish, and he's always there for us no matter what. He's always making sure we're okay, always checking up on us. So, yeah, those are some people who have been a part of my life.
Okay. Tell us about Bruce Mitchell away from football and away from working out. What are some of your interests? Are you a video guy? I know you like to write now. I heard about that. Music. What do you like to do in your spare time?
I like to listen to music. I like to, besides grinding, if I'm not grinding, I'm either, in my room, probably playing some video games, or, sorry, that's Alexa going on. But anyway, either in my room playing video games or listening to music, even writing poems. Like it's just like the simple things in life, like hobbies and stuff, like hanging out with my little brother. You know what I'm saying? Going outside, teaching him like the ways and stuff. So
you mentioned video games. Are you a Madden? Are you a 2K? Are you a Fortnite, Call of Duty? Which guy are you?
I do not like Fortnite at all, but any other game besides Fortnite, I would definitely turn on and play a lot, especially Madden. I feel like if you're a football player, not a Madden player, then you're just not doing it right. So yeah, I mean, it's very beneficial. Like if you really like understand and play Madden, like you really grasp the concept and understand like the defenses and stuff. Like I feel like it's very beneficial for me as a receiver to know what the defense is doing at all times, like how they're lining up. And I feel like Madden is a big part of that.
Well, the most important question about Madden: are you giving L's? Or are you taking L's?
I'm giving L's. Anybody who wants to smoke can have it. Anybody who wants to smoke can have it.
Okay. Tell these college coaches, every teenager's on their phone a lot. What are some of your favorite apps? Are you on Instagram, TikTok, Snap? What do you spend a lot of time in your apps in?
I mean, like apps, I guess I'm on Snap a lot. I don't really have an Instagram. I don't even have an Instagram. I'm on Twitter a lot, just, retweeting some things. And then TikTok, I feel like I'm probably on TikTok, maybe a little too much at times. TikTok is really funny. It's just so funny to me.
Yeah.
Like seeing people's like lives and like seeing how they create stuff. Most of the people on there are really creative. So I actually made a couple TikToks myself.
Oh, I'll have to go look those up now. Hey, besides that, do you and your dad, your family, do you guys hunt, fish? You guys like being on the water, at the lake? What other hobbies do you like?
Usually just traveling. We enjoy traveling.
Yeah.
Like going out, especially going back to my hometown, Arkansas.
Okay.
Where I can see my Gigi, which I love her so much, and then my other family, back in Arkansas. literally my whole family lives down there. So like going there and just seeing them makes my day.
Okay. Bruce, tell me, you're a great kid. Tell me, what do you do to give back to your community? Are you involved in your church? Are you and your family involved in like a Boys and Girls Club, nonprofit? What are you doing to give back?
Um, I'll definitely give back a lot. At my school, actually, we have this thing where you have to give 15 hours community service every year. So this year, I went to a church and I volunteered. I actually went to a couple churches and volunteered. Just doing stuff for the kids. Setting up the bouncy houses. Taking care of them and stuff. And then after, just putting the extra time in. Taking the chairs back and just like whatever I can do to help, honestly, is whatever, what I'm saying. It's
Okay.
like just being there in the community. I feel like it's very important, especially for someone like me to give back, especially since, the community's done so much for all of us, honestly. So to give back to my community is very special and important to me.
You've already mentioned a couple people, but take this time to shout out maybe a favorite teacher that's really helped you focus during your freshman year at Parish. Is there a favorite teacher, AP, a tutor who's really like, man, that person's really helped me out, stay on track? Who would that be?
It's some teachers that here and there, like Miss Cano, like my Spanish teacher definitely made me she's definitely made me stay on track. Who else? Miss Morris definitely has helped me stay on track, definitely, especially because in algebra sometimes I get off track, and algebra is kind of hard for me, so she helped me out a lot this year, and I appreciate that. And even my teammates, like they always keep me on track, they always keep me together and stuff. So yeah, they always keep me in check.
Well, Bruce, let's switch. I want to get the coach to know you personally, which has been a great overview. Let's get into the football side now. A lot of coaches, you're a national recruit, national prospect. A lot of coaches have watched your video. They get to know you personally now, but let's show them your football IQ. I'm going to bring up your highlight video, and I want you to just talk to your opponent, what the situation was, what you're reading. Let these coaches know that you are not just a player, but you are a student of the game. So I'm going to bring up your video here. Give me 1 minute. And just walk us through some of these great plays you made during the 2019 season. Let's go now. Just walk us through it.
I already know what the first play is. It's probably one of my favorite plays. So here, pause it right quick. Here, I actually like visualized this in my head before. So I'm like, okay, so he's playing off, right? So I'm definitely gonna run a slant here because he's way too far back to catch me on the slant. So if I run this slant right here, I'm all I have to do is beat one man, him right, the safety coming down at me. All I have to do is beat him, and I'm definitely in the end zone. So I'll make one cut,
Nice cut.
and get him off his, get him from running that way, and then I just walked into the end zone basically. Here was definitely a little easier. Home return is always, been one of my favorite things. This was basically just, making that athletic play, making a play when we needed it, and just running full street to the end zone. Here was also against Fort Worth Christian. I had a pretty good game versus them. Just breaking tackles, doing everything I can to just be the best person I can be the best player I can be. Here we have against Bishop Lynch. I feel like the DB made a pretty. I don't think he made a good play on the ball, so I just caught it. That weight room. The weight room very beneficial.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the cover two, that right there was cover two. So all I really did was give him a little inside outside stem, and broke to the corner, and just caught it, threw him off, and went to the end zone.
I love how you high point the ball here for such a young age. A lot of kids will wait for this ball to come down to their cradle. I love that you go up and high point it. That's good stuff right there.
Yeah. And then I just focused on getting my 2 feet in after I caught it. It's like, because like, in college, you only need 1 foot, but we're not prepared for college. We're prepared for the NFL. So you got to do what you got to do. Oh, here's one of my DB plays. I like this. So I knew he was gonna break for the slant and just go straight to the go, right? So I'm thinking if I just don't fall for the slant and just run with him on the go because I knew he was gonna run a sluggo right there. I just made a good play on the ball here there, and then here caught the bubble screen, saw the dude coming at me, so I took a little outside break on him and then just ran out the field.
Okay. Well, there's a lot there, obviously. Let's come back here. There's so much to go over there. But one thing I like about you, Bruce, when I was evaluating you for the freshman All-American game last year, I mean, you're strong on both sides of the ball. Do you have a preference of playing receiver or playing DB, or do you not care?
Um, it's honestly wherever I'm needed on the field. At the end of the day, it's wherever I need it on the field. If whether that's DB or receiver. I mean, I'll obviously have more highlights at receiver. I like receiver more. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I love receiver more than I love DB. But it's honestly wherever I'm needed. Like that's why I'm really listed like as an athlete because I can really play anywhere on the field. Like in 8th grade, I played D end. Like just because. So for my school team.
Now, you're getting some recruiting attention from the colleges. Are some colleges specifically talking to you about receiver and some of them on defense, or what's that balance looking like?
It's been mainly receiver to this
Okay.
point. I feel like I don't have enough defensive highlights yet to be really considered like to get an offer as a DB. But maybe this coming year, as I transition to playing both sides, um, hopefully I can get some DB offers as well as some more receiver offers. So
Okay.
that would be pretty cool.
You're playing at a great school at Parish right now, one of the top tap schools in the country, probably in the nation.
Yeah.
But talk to us about that experience down in Naples. When I brought you down there and played against 60 best freshmen in the class of 23. What was that experience like from your perspective?
It was it was so fun for me because like just seeing where I stack up against the best players in the country, it's just like it was incredible. It was an incredible experience. I loved it. I obviously loved my coach, best coach in the nation, Coach Williams. Um, great competition. Like the competition there was top tier. It's probably the best competition in the world. There's no other experience like it. Like being in Florida and being in Naples, there's nothing like it. Literally nothing like it.
What I love about the game is that you guys didn't just come there to play a game. You guys kind of formed friendships and bonds.
Yeah.
I talked to a lot of them. A lot of these guys are still following each other. You guys have a group text. Tell me a little bit about the relationship you built with some of those new guys you met down there.
Man, some of the relationships I made down there were like I still talk to those people like today. Like Braylon James, I talk to him probably every other day. Like Michael Daughtery, I probably talk to him like every other day as well. Like some of the bonds I made down there, and of course I already knew some of the people there anyway. And like Brandon Ennis, I talk to him probably once or twice a week. So some of the bonds I made down there is just incredible and insane. I'm just so glad I got to experience it. I thank God for the opportunities He's given me through and the blessings He's given me, provided me with throughout my life, and I'm just so glad I got to experience moments
That's
like
awesome.
that.
Well, tell us, going into the sophomore season now, let's talk about some of the things that you and Coach Hooks are working on. What are some of your strengths right now that you see going into your sophomore season, and what are some of the things you're going to work on during your 10th grade season?
Um, some of the things I'm gonna start with some things I'm gonna work on. You definitely will see a lot of improvement from me. Even like route running. Route running last year, I feel like I was pretty good at it, but I could even get better. Even to this point, I could even get better. There's nothing you can't get better at. So even some of my strengths I can still improve on. So one of the things I can say last year that I didn't have that I probably have a lot more of now is speed. Speed last year, I was probably at about 4.6, 4.7. I would probably consider myself a 4.5 kid now, just because the training I've done and just I've done a lot of running, conditioning, and just sprints, and then the track has just been really beneficial for me, especially having like a 4-time gold medalist as your track coach. It just helps you a lot. Yeah. So and then some strengths, I would say. Even some strengths can also be my weaknesses. So I'm gonna go back to saying that and say route running is one of the strengths from last year. Speed is one of the strengths from last year because the 4.7, 4.6, that's still pretty fast. So and then the ability to get open anywhere on the field and ability to make play from anywhere on the field. It's like for example, like you saw it on the highlight, I can make a play. I can get a bubble screen and make a play, or I can switch it up, run a slant route and make a play, or I can switch it up again and then run a comeback or come back and go on you and still make a play on you. So just being able to do attack from any part of the field, I feel like it's a very good trait to have as a receiver, and just being able to do that, it just makes me more versatile.
Tell these college coaches, you work out with one of the best receiver trainers out there with Coach Margin Hooks. Talk about the difference between having speed is one thing, but creating separation is another. Talk about how you guys work on that as a receiver.
Just like me and Coach Hooks, I'm probably gonna go to him after this interview, just to get someone working with him, because he's the best. Like, he's literally the best trainer in the country. Like, he trained guys like Trajan Bridges, guys like people in the field like LaJordan Humphrey, like Michael Thomas has been in training session with him. Like, he's just different, and then like some separation stuff, like just like getting out the ball, different releases, just, while running, like, slight little push up, but not like really a push off, like, and then slapping the hand off of you when the DB is holding you and grabbing you and stuff. So some stuff like that. I mean, he's just so beneficial, like, for me, and like without him, there would be no Bruce Batman Mitchell. Okay. There would just be like still this kid from Little Rock, Arkansas, who was scared to get on the field, and without Coach Hook, there wouldn't be a Bruce Batman Mitchell.
You bring up the little kid from Little Rock, Arkansas. Tell these coaches, when did you start playing football, and when did you fall in love with the game of football?
When I started playing football when I was 8 years old. So my first year I played up from I played with the 9 and 10-year-olds as an 8-year-old, which was pretty cool. I always played up until about like probably 8th grade or 7th grade year, just to see, I felt like at the time, like, playing up was the best option for me. I feel like playing kids my age, like, it wasn't really beneficial for me. So playing kids, above my age I feel like it really prepared me for high school, honestly, because, playing at the varsity level, there's no, like, it doesn't matter what grade you're in. Like, you will get dogged if you're not ready for, like, you will get dogged if you're not ready for it. So playing up as a kid really prepared me for high school. So, yeah.
Okay. Hey, tell me a little bit about define how competitive you are to these coaches. What's your competitive level like? Explain it to these coaches.
I definitely feel like I have, like, I'm going to say this with a sad heart, but I definitely feel like I have that mama mentality in me. So I feel like, like, no matter who steps in front of me, I don't care if it's Stephon Gilmore from the Patriots. Like, nobody's stopping me from getting to the end zone. Nobody's stopping me from getting me to where I want to be. Okay,
I like it. Bruce, how do you define leadership, and how do you plan on being a leader just as a sophomore in your second season at Parish?
How do I define leadership? That's a great question. How I define leadership is, just being there for your teammates whenever they need you. Being the first one on the field and the last one off of it. Just being that guy in the locker room, that guy who, stops everybody from doing something bad, or just sticking up for a teammate is even considered as a leader. So this year, I just want to be, I want to be a vocal point in the locker room. I want to be somebody the guys in the locker room can depend on, because I feel like, just being there for my teammates is just so important to be a leader.
Okay. Tell me, why do you think, college coach will ask you this, why do you think your game translates to the college level?
Because I feel like my game translates to the college level because I can attack from anywhere on the field, which is the versatility that I have is, I feel like it's different from other receivers in my class. Like, I can, like I just said, I can strike from anywhere on the field, and then, like, I can find different ways to get open through the offense, and it doesn't matter what offense I'm running. still gonna be the go-to receiver. So just the versatility, and then the just how hard I work also is just it's gonna translate to college, and then I'm just gonna work even harder in college to get to the next level. So
We've already gotten a lot of calls from college coaches from all over the country about you. Tell these coaches, do you and your family have a selection criteria yet for what school you'll decide? Will it be based on scheme, distance from home, culture? What are some of the things that will be important to you when you make that decision here in a couple of years?
honestly, the most important thing for me for committing to a college is whoever shows me the most love, whoever shows me and my family the most love, as like whoever just has just it's not even about the campus. It's just whoever shows me the most love. So I could literally end up at Illinois State or like Texas. It's just whoever shows me the most love, whoever shows me and my family the most love. I feel like that's the college I'm gonna fall in love with.
Okay. All right. That's cool. That's real. So in this last couple questions here, and I appreciate your time, tell these coaches what kind of learning style you are. Are you a verbal guy, a visual learner, or a physical learner?
I
What's
feel
best for you?
like I'm definitely a visual learner. I'm definitely a visual learner. I feel like even in the classroom as well as the field, I'd have to see it first to be like, oh yeah, I understand that. Like I have to see it like drawn up, or like have to see somebody do it for me to fully understand it. Um, Maybe one day I'll transition to a physical learner where I can just do it just off the top of my head. But like
Mhm.
for now, I feel like I'm a pretty visual learner.
You asked me a question this weekend at the camp, Coach, class of 22 or class of 23, who's got the better players? And, I've coached both classes and you kind of put me in a hard spot, but I'm going to throw it back at you. Tell these college coaches some of the best players either that you work out with on your team or that you face, let's just say in the class of 22 or 23. Shout them out right now so the coaches know who they are.
The best cornerback I faced in the class of 23, I would say, is Michael Daugherty.
Yeah.
He is a beast on the field, and he's he will literally lock you up. Like he plays so physical, plays so aggressive, and then some more guys I would say in the 22 class that I played against this year. I got the opportunity to play against Jordan Crook.
Jordan,
He's a beast on the field.
yeah.
He's probably one of the best linebackers in the 22 class, no doubt. And then some other guys, another corner in the 22 class is definitely Landon Hullaby.
Yep.
He's a beast. He is a monster on the field, and you know he goes to Timberview. Yeah, he goes to Timberview. Timberview has a great corner over there. He's a dog. So
Okay. That's a good list. You got a lot of guys.
yeah.
Hey, one thing college coaches want to know is your relationship with your high school coaching staff. Tell these coaches a little bit about your relationship with your position coach and your head coach.
So we don't have to this point we don't have like a designated receiver coach there.
Okay.
So I feel like building relationships with my coaches are very important, especially since they can literally be your way to college in some instances. Like my relationship with Coach Noble, I literally talk to Coach Noble probably every day. We go over plays on Friday, even when we don't even like have anything like scheduled. So, and then my relationship with my offensive coordinator is pretty good, I would say. And then the coaches there they're just funny. So like even when you're down, they'll give you a laugh, and then they'll get on you, of course, but like all coaches do that, but they only do it to make you better. So just being around the coaches every day, just just winning that ring for them was like it was so special for me last year,
Okay.
especially to see from how much they helped me grow as a student and as a player last year. It was just so special for me.
Okay. Well, let's finish up. One of the things we talked about before was the elevator pitch. In 30 seconds, tell these college coaches why they should recruit you and tell them what you're going to bring to their program.
What you're gonna get from me, you're gonna get the hardest worker on the field and off the field. You're gonna get the most dangerous receiver in class 23. You're gonna get the cocky side of Bruce Mitchell and the shy side of Bruce Mitchell. You're gonna get everything you see on the film and everything people showed you about me. I feel like I feel like I would be when I'm in when like dang it when it's all said and done, I would be the best receiver in the class of 23.
And then what are you going to bring
that's what
outside of
colleges are going to
football?
get.
What do you bring into that program in that university?
They're going to get a great kid, a kid who is respectful to all people, no matter if it's the janitor or the president of the college. I was always taught to treat the janitor with the same respect as the president.
Yep.
So you're gonna get a great kid, a hard worker on the field and off the field, and then a great student in the classroom, someone who asks questions that he doesn't know the answer to, even someone who like raises his hands, answers questions and stuff. So, I mean, you're just gonna get all that you see.
Getting all of this, getting all this right here. Well, Bruce, man, I am looking forward to seeing you play this fall. I really enjoy getting to know you and your family, and really excited for your future. Stay grounded, be safe, and continue to work hard. And we'll see you again fall season. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
See ya.
See you.
All right, I see you, Bruce. I see you.